Hi everybody, I'm Andrew Coates, author of Angels Called to War. In my previous video, I did a 2024 yearly forecast, and I made use of the 932 set of numbers. These are the three dominant energies that condition behavior during this year. That was a psychological view with physical outcomes. In this video, I thought we might touch base with poisons of the mind and body. How do we make use of frequency treatments to remove these poisons? This is a gentle reminder to practitioners, frequency medicine users, and to the injured, those who were duped into taking the poison. I remind you to treat the whole systems that are at play here. I also remind you that we are dealing with an invading consciousness too. We must stabilize the major energy centers within the physical body and deal with a new type of poison. My tools are acupuncture, acupressure, massage, qigong, and Reiki, plus a Spooky 2 frequency machine. I am not covering food as medicine nor herbs in this presentation. What points of acupuncture would I use, and what frequencies of Spooky 2 would I use to build the body's systems and also to remove the poison? First, acupuncture. The rules of acupuncture are to treat according to obvious symptoms. So we look for disruptions in obvious channels, of course. Actually, each person has varying strengths and weaknesses, so we might find that we treat differently at the outset, even though we may be dealing with the same poison. The body may reveal its weaknesses in differing ways. After attending to the obvious, we know that universal underlying systems will need support. We can be sure that we need to boost immune and clear and clean the blood, so we need to support the spleen channel. The master point of the channel is 3 in junction, spleen 6. It's a great point to remove toxic damp, to boost the spleen, and to stabilize the yin of the entire body. It is useful in purifying blood, so we would treat this point in combination with others, most likely pericardium 6, the master point of the pericardium channel, the combination point for one of the 8 extra channels, the yin wei mai or the chong mai, depending in what order we treat. The yin has the effect of creating emotional detachment. This is the yin wei mai. It has the effect of detaching an invading entity and can be quite unsettling to a patient first off. So I don't recommend it for this new patient. Perhaps when the systems are stabilized, several treatments later, when the spirit is settled, then it may be appropriate. The chong mai is great for calibrating the entirety of all systems coming from the center. It is the psychic and earth balancer. But given the struggles victims are having at present, it is a no-brainer to identify these channels. The pericardium and spleen plus the deeper 8 extra channels are at work here. A practitioner must know their stuff. The internal center of the patient will be in imbalance, so the stomach and digestion will need support, obviously. Now, for massage, the same points apply. I have found great success with applying qigong techniques. That is to say, holding the open hand, peri 8, over the acupressure point and the other hand on the opposing point. Say, hand on spleen 6 on the ankle and the other hand on peri 6 on the wrist. I hold this circuit for quite a while, maybe 10 minutes. It is important to sense activation and yet remain neutral. Do not do this if you are down on energy. Also, Reiki-style activation over the points and chakra centers, it's the third layer I will apply. So, acupressure, qigong-style activation like a circuit, and then the Reiki activation over the top. We have multiple energy systems activated in the physical and the astral. The spleen is the master organ in charge of the lymphatic system, the sewer system. As this system is akin to the sewerage system in your house, and its function is to carry waste from the kitchen and bathroom and laundry out of the house and to the sewer itself, just so within the body we see the spleen providing the energy and blood to stimulate this function of the lymphatic system. This is why we support the spleen channel at this time. Massage is incredibly important here. Find a lymphatic specialist after you have used a frequency machine, such as the Spooky 2, to dislodge the graphene. If the client is exhibiting trauma to the head, We look to lung 7, perhaps. It controls the head, and colon 4, which controls the face. Together they control the head, yes, but we need to go deeper. The Dumai will be disturbed by the impact to the adrenals and to the essence itself. So we now look to the Sea of Yang at the base of the sacrum to master these energies. Now we know that the kidney channel is closely aligned with the Dumai, and so we choose our master points accordingly. Kidney 3 and bladder 60 being the master points of the kidney and bladder meridians. What frequencies for Spooky 2, the frequency machine? After running the combinations of detox frequency to be found in the presets, as per the instructions on the website, and we run it for an hour of preparation before I use the graphene frequency removal. I've run these and I have noticed an improvement after 20 minutes. Thanks to John White for his amazing work here. I use Spooky 2 in the same way that I treat traditionally. The method is to support the organs. I detoxify the appropriate systems and I cleanse the blood. All are available within the frequency sets of Spooky 2. It's quite amazing. Let me touch on the consciousness of the support groups around Spooky 2. All good-minded people, well-meaning, who for the most part are inexperienced and are applying frequencies within a Western mindset. Now, there's a tendency for people to apply a modern view of cut out the badness rather than build the natural systems, rebalance and restore harmony. Allow the body to do its thing. After all, the body wants to heal, right? The whole view is gained from experience, hanging out with an experienced practitioner or performing Tai Chi for many years. But it is a consciousness, a frequency, and it sits in the psychic center, the second treasure. It is not limited to this level, but this is the point of power. For those of you who do get yourself a frequency machine such as Spooky 2, I applaud you. There is a learning curve, pretty steep too, but if it's just to run a graphene removal frequency, say every other day, coupled with a gentle detox, fair enough. Remember, we've just come out of a trial. It was a trial of epic, biblical proportions, actually. I have it on good authority that the innocent will not be judged. But this was a special time in this life. This is not usual for assistance outside of this realm. But we did receive help from heaven. Strangely, even heaven wasn't happy with the script at play. Or should I say, heaven was happy for us to fight back and overturn the foul plans and represent an improved future of the new Renaissance. These are references that are within my book, Angel's Call to War, available in both ebook and audiobook.